I truly don't know if the quality of men is just awful or if I'm just being overly strict.
Nowadays, women are harder to date, to be very honest.
I am turning 33 this year. I am single and I live in Melbourne.
I pretty much made the executive decision to not date in this generation when I opened a dating app.
The reality is, dating is awful at this point. It's a battlefield with zero loyalty.
Nothing annoys me more than when the person I want to talk to is not communicating with me.
I gave up looking for my husband a very long time ago, which means this isn't.
Why is it when you're talking to someone, a guy, why is it you get randomly blocked?
Where to find a man.
Many women will ignore good men than ask where to find them. How ironic indeed. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
I just want to be soft. I don't want to have to use my brain. But y'all got me out.
You want to know why most good men remain single, myself included?
Where do men get their audacity, please? Where?
2025 to meet my husband. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I would be 33 and still single.
Guys, tell me I'm not the only one. Dating in 2025 is a whole different kind of beast.
Stop staying in relationships with women who do not respect you.
I could totally be single for the rest of my life because the men out here, I just can't. It's just no one wants anything serious. Everyone has their shit. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has their own shit to deal with, but it's just no one has a drive to actually want something serious or form a relationship anymore. And it's actually really sad. And I don't know. I'll just get a bunch of animals and live on a farm or something. Cause I don't have time for these fucking men out here. I really don't.
Actually, that's not true. There are men out there who genuinely want something serious with a woman. The issue isn't that good men don't exist. It's that many women have a tendency to keep entertaining F-boys and chads while overlooking the men who are actually serious about relationships. Then, when those men they chose don't pursue anything long-term, they turn around and blame all men as a whole, acting as if there are no good men left. The truth is, a lot of these women are fully aware that the guys they're dealing with aren't looking for commitment, but they still chase after them because of excitement, status, or superficial attraction. They ignore the warning signs, play into the game, and then act surprised when they end up heartbroken. These same women only start looking for those men once they've exhausted their prime. At the end of the day, it's not that serious men don't exist. It's that too many women don't value them until it's too late.
Please, can someone give me some dating advice on where to find a man that's not going to f me over? She's got much patience left in me. Truly cannot listen to someone tell me what their favourite colour is one more time. I'm first dates are just fucking horrible. My DMs are open, you know.
No!
I don't know what to do anymore. I just need affection right now. I need affection, and I'm just not talking to anyone. I fucking hate dating apps, and I don't want to do a one-night stand because I've done that before, and it is not it. It is not it, alright? I just want to be fucked. I just want to be fucked, but I want you to be a good person, and I want to at least like you, and you have a good personality. Where do you meet people except at a bar? I barely drink. I don't really do that. And no one asks people out anymore. No one just instead, they have to be intoxicated. Why do we not just ask people out? I think you just have to accept that you might get shut down and you might get rejected, and that's okay. But no one asks people out anymore in person, and I hate dating apps. Don't want to do it. And it's yes, I just want to be and have a good time, but I don't want it to be force. Am I asking for too much?
So she's not looking for something serious, just wants to get laid, but also wants the guy to be a good person. On top of that, she expects the man to take the lead, ask her out, plan everything, and still somehow respect her, even though she's not offering anything beyond vibes and vibes only. She wants the thrill of casual sex, the safety of emotional support, the attention of a boyfriend, and the freedom of being single, all wrapped into one man. And then wonders why nothing works out. It's like she wants the benefits of a relationship with none of the commitment, and expects men to just go along with it, like they're lucky to even be in her presence. Honestly, a man can't win in this setup, because if he treats her like a casual fling, he's a player. But if he treats her with respect and wants more, she calls him clingy or boring. It's no wonder so many men are walking away from dating altogether.
I have half a mind to not turn down a date, trip, nothing this year. May the best man win.
Where do men get their audacity, please? Where do you get your audacity from? I don't understand. Oh my God.
You need help. I feel like if God wanted to make me mentally stable, he would have made me mentally stable. But he didn't. So lock your fucking doors.
Do you know the love that I want to find me? I want to be able to do the trend going on where the wife tells the husband, I can't pay the mortgage this month. And he's like, you don't pay the mortgage, I pay. Oh my God, I want that. I want that where they're like, you don't even pay the bills at all. I want my husband to, even if I were to get a penny out of my pocket, to be like, what are you doing? You don't give me money. You don't help me with not even a penny. That's what I want. Praying I get that soon.
Notice how she uses the word love and says, do you know the love that I want to find me? That's not love at all. Essentially, what she's really saying is that she wants a man to fund her life and pay her bills. She's not looking for love. She's looking for a sponsor, someone to cover her expenses and finance her lifestyle. When a woman equates love with financial provision, it reveals that her primary concern isn't emotional connection or partnership, but securing financial security at someone else's expense. She's not talking about building a life with a man. She's talking about finding a man to bankroll her life for her. The way she phrases it makes it sound like she's searching for something deep and meaningful, but in reality, it's just transactional. We have to understand that in today's dating world, many modern women are in survival mode. True love is at the end of their list.
Nobody wants me because I'm fucking crazy. Nothing to do with my profession. When I'm on a second date talking about babies, houses, cars, etc., right, they go running for the hills. I don't blame them, but I'm 34, my biological clock is ticking, and I don't want to be wasting my time with people who are not interested in the same thing as what I am. You know, I ain't getting no younger, right? And also, not everyone can have me. They can pay a premium prescription to see me. For fuck's sake, get it right.
I just want to be soft. I don't want to have to use my brain. But y'all got me out here acting like a full-on dude because y'all ain't duding right. I want to enter my soft girl era, please.
Dating now is like actually so fucking concerning and embarrassing. We're living in the wrong time, okay? Where's the romance? Where's the chivalry? Somebody fucking beat the shit out of chivalry with a bat. That shit's dead. I'm literally down to dive face first into a fucking portal and get out of here and go back to like Gatsby era. Or go back to a time where instead of sliding into your DMs to meet you, you go to my fucking parents' house, knock on their door, and offer your livestock in exchange for my love. Like, that's the type of fucking vibe I'm on. These men now are like, first of all, won't plan anything because they want princess treatment. They want you to plan the date. And then they're going to tell you, like, oh, just Uber there, meet me there. I'm so sorry. Uber? Pick me up in the fucking carriage. Like, I don't know. These men are just like it's weak. It's so weak. There's no like manliness anymore. Like, shut up and go build me a fucking house with your bare hands. How about that?
Where's the romance? Where's the chivalry? Weren't those all the things women killed off and threw away when they told men to adapt to this new world of dating? The same women who said, I don't need a man, are now out here asking, where are the good men? And oh, of course, who didn't see this part coming? Now they're calling men princesses because we don't want to be used or disrespected. The irony writes itself. What I'm hearing from a lot of women today is this. They want to date men, but they don't want to put in any effort. They want the benefits of a relationship, but without giving anything meaningful in return. No emotional investment, no femininity, no nurturing energy, just expectations. They want a man who chases, pays, plans, protects and provides, while they sit back and receive, like they're doing us a favor by existing. That's why the romance is gone. That's why the chivalry disappeared. Because somewhere along the way it stopped being appreciated. It got mocked, abused, and taken for granted.
Damn! Now every time I go out with a man, he expects something out of me. Because of you females who just make it so accessible and easy to get. Yeah. So now every man out here just be feeling like they entitled. Only when they take you out to dinner or something, they always expect something back. Which is very weird. I'm over it. I'm changing my type. I don't know what's going on in the dating pool, but this shit is basura. This shit is trash.
Because women, we have self-awareness. We know what's going on. We know what we're saying. We know what we're doing. We know what reality is, okay? We do things for the plot sometimes. Also, our delusions don't spawn out of nowhere. Like, there's a foundation of which our delusions are built upon. There's a reason why we think the things that we do, okay? Men don't have self-awareness nor a reason for their delusions. A girl will be nice to them and they'll be convinced that she's in love with them. And not only that, their friends, their boys will be like, yeah, she wants you, bro. She wants you, bro. Like, encouraging it. At least girlfriends, they'll, like, if it gets too far, the girls will be like, no, like, bring it down a few notches.
Tell me if you disagree, but my experience has been the complete opposite. Men are way more logical, which is why men don't typically pick up on these hints or signs when a woman is interested in him. I can't even tell you how many men have had no idea that a woman is interested in him. Men are typically the ones that convince themselves that you're not interested. Compare that to so many women that think that every man wants her. I'm pretty sure that's more dangerous.
Men have self-awareness, and they don't have a reason for delusion because they aren't delusional. Men have to deal with reality every single day. They don't get to live in a fantasy where they can just demand what they want and expect the world to cater to them. A girl can be nice to a man, and he might not pick up on those signs because men don't operate in a world where they are constantly being chased or validated. Unlike women, who are used to receiving attention no matter what, men aren't conditioned to assume that kindness equals attraction. A woman could be smiling, laughing at his jokes, or even being flirty, but unless she makes her intentions crystal clear, most men won't automatically assume she's interested. It's funny when she says that women know what reality is because most of the time, they aren't even living in it. Many women create their own version of reality, one where they can do no wrong, where men are the problem, and where they're always the victim.
In 2025, and I'm so serious, can we leave situationships behind? I want my girlies to normalize treating men like they treat them. Because 9 times out of 10, these men will not forgive, they will not forget, and they will not keep putting up with the BS. And whenever y'all find yourselves in a situation where it's like, ugh, like, should I forgive him, blah, blah, blah. If the shoe was on the other foot, would he forgive you? Think about it.
I like dating for money because when I date for money, I know that the guy really loves me. Okay. He doesn't just say, I love you, and I must just believe that. Okay. He says, I love you, then he backs his words up with actions. He buys me weaves, gets my hair done, does my nails, does this, does that, everything that I need. Okay. Then I can see the actions, they match the words. But if a guy keeps telling me he loves me, but that's all he's doing, how must I know that he really loves me? How will I know? I want to see that you love me, honey. Where's the actions? Where's the actions? Where's the money in the bank? Okay, I'm your queen. You know how these guys like saying, you're my queen, you're my queen. Give me the queen lifestyle then. I must live like a queen, Galoku. If you keep saying I'm a queen, I must live like a queen. If you love me, you must show me. I need to see it in the bank, or I need to see it with the things that you're doing for me. So I like dating for money because I get tangible love.
This woman, and many others like her, is exactly why good men are skeptical about dating today. She doesn't want a relationship, she wants sponsorship. She dates for the perks, not the person. Unless a man is buying her weave, paying for her hair and nails, or funding her lifestyle, she says he doesn't truly love her. But let's be real, since when did love get reduced to a price tag? It's not about building together anymore. It's about what a man can do for her financially from day one. And honestly, with this kind of mindset, it's no surprise why so many modern women are single and constantly asking, where are all the good men? Or out here, desperately searching for husbands in public. They don't realize that their own mindset is pushing men away. Most of these women today walk around with the energy of, I'm looking for money and help, not, I'm looking to build or grow with someone. It's all about what a man can do for them, not who he is as a person. You can feel it in the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, and the way they approach relationships.
You know that dating in 2025 is bad when people ask why you're still single and not married, and you jokingly say, it's because I'm smart. And they agree and they understand why. Love it here.
I lied. I lied to myself tonight. I told myself that I was going to leave this event and go to a classy, swanky bar in Charlotte, sit there by myself with my cleave out, flirt with whatever single guys were there, find a boyfriend, find a husband, whatever. I was going to do that. Then the bar that I wanted to go to closes in an hour. That's not enough time. And then I realized I have cookie dough in my fridge that I'm going to eat after I go home and smoke my pen and watch Dance Moms compilations on YouTube. That sounds more fun to me than going to the restaurant and probably sitting there by myself. And that is why I remain single.
I agree.
Guys, tell me I'm not the only one, but dating in 2025 is a whole different kind of beast. It is not for the weak. Like, we now have to watch out for all different kinds of people. Like, we have narcissism, we got the baiters, we got the ghosters, we have anxious attachment, we have the avoidance, we have people that discard you once they have what they want, we have people that just want to pass the time with you or who get bored. Like, can you just come with like this written on your forehead so we know what we're getting into before we're getting into it? Please.
I know this is happening to both sides, but why do so many women act like men started this trend? This all started because of sexual liberation. Women wanted the freedom to date how they wanted, sleep with whoever they wanted, and have the option to do whatever or whoever they wanted with their bodies. They fought for the right to be as carefree and casual about sex and relationships as men, rejecting traditional values and embracing hookup culture. But now, the same movement they championed is backfiring on them. The very freedom they celebrated is the reason so many of them are getting played. They encouraged a culture where commitment became optional, emotions were removed from intimacy. Now, women are dealing with the consequences. The men they actually want, the high-value men, the successful men, the emotionally available men, aren't taking them seriously. Why would they, when you're letting everyone get a turn?
I just decided today that the next man I date, I need him to be able to like tie shit down to a truck. Like, I need you to be able to load up a truck, be able to tie it down and get me to where I'm going. Because every man I've dated can't do that, and every man in my family can do that. The lady who waxes me just told me her husband can fix anything. She's like, my washer and dryer breaks. He knows how to figure it out, order the part on Amazon, and fix it himself.
Can someone please tell me where the cute single men in Charlotte are? I joined a run club and we end up like merging with another run club like every week. And I was walking back and there are so many attractive men in Charlotte. But literally, where are you hiding? Because y'all are not on the dating apps, that's for dang sure. Hi, I'm Carly. I'm 28. I live in Charlotte and I'm single and I'm ready to mingle.
We're not sitting underneath the table and eating grapes this year. Sorry, I don't believe in that. Today I'm going to show you how to find your dream man in 2025. Number 1, get off the dating apps. I hate the dating apps. Literally terrible. They're only for hookups. You need to meet someone organically, okay? So that means you need to put yourself in situations where you're going to meet new people. So say yes to plans. Go to that party. Go to the bar. Go have fun with your friends. You never know who you can meet. We also want to adapt a high value woman mindset. So we're not sleeping with these guys on the first date. We're not accepting coffee dates as a date. You're taking me out to an actual nice dinner. You're paying for my meal, and I will see you again soon. It's also, too, very important to look out for the red flags at the beginning because they're there. If you ever look back in relationships that were really bad, the red flags are there at the beginning. You just ignored them. Okay? Take the person that you're going out with for who they are. Not their potential, not what they could be, but who they are. When I started doing this, my whole entire world changed. I swear to God. Men will show you straight up how they feel about you. And feel free to follow along for more relationship content.
Well, that's probably why these women are single. A majority of them think a coffee date is low effort, even though they're both strangers just trying to get to know each other. They expect the best treatment from a complete stranger they barely know, demanding fine dining, expensive gifts, or over-the-top gestures right out the gate. It's like they forgot that relationships are built, not bought. And it always amazes me how single women are always the ones telling other women how to date, even though they themselves are single. It's like they're all following a script on how to stay single forever. They sit in groups hyping each other up with the same recycled lines. Don't settle. Make him earn you. Girl, if he ain't spending money, he's wasting your time. But none of them actually have the results to show for it. It's all smoke and mirrors. Advice rooted in ego, not experience. They turn dating into a transactional game. And when men don't want to play, they call them emotionally unavailable or not real men.
Here's the deal. I am turning 33 this year. I am single and I live in Melbourne. Friend and I recently came up with a bit of an idea to follow us along as I dip my toes back into the dating pool. Been single for a year now. I've gone on casual dates, but I just wanted to take the year to kind of get ready or back into that headspace where I'm ready to date. So my first question to you guys, which app should I be on? I don't rate Raya. No one really talks, myself included. This whole process is obviously to date and have fun and meet more people, but also keep myself accountable. 2025 is the year to get out there more, I suppose.
I would much prefer the idea of being with a man who doesn't have everything and working with him and building with him so that he gets everything and that he becomes everything he wants to be with me by his side and with me supporting and helping him. That idea is so much more attractive to me, and that idea is so much more appealing to me than me just going after a guy who already has everything, because why on earth should I feel like I deserve that? What would make me deserve that more than any other person? And that's a mindset that I think a lot of women are missing nowadays. Women, it's not about you, okay? It's about your relationship. And your relationship is about you and your partner.
Does anybody else feel like there's this weird shift happening right now? I just feel like there's this sort of feminine awakening of so many women just being over it. Like, I know so many women now that are so bored of trying to find a partner to like live up to the standard of love and relationships and care and everything that they give inside of a relationship, that they just can't seem to meet somebody who can reciprocate what they give, that they're just like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm happier on my own. Anybody else feeling like this is happening? Because I'm here for it.
I will agree that some women are done with dating, but all it's really doing is proving a point. The very point that 45% of women will be single by 2030. So it's not surprising at all. It just feeds into that fact. These women claim that no man is able to meet their standards, but the truth is, their standards aren't even based in reality. They exist in some fantasy world where the perfect man is supposed to check every single box. Their standards aren't just high, they're delusional. They want a man who doesn't exist. And when they inevitably can't find him, instead of reflecting on whether their standards are unrealistic, they claim that all men are the problem. At the end of the day, it's not that men aren't good enough. It's that too many modern women have set the bar so unrealistically high that no real man can ever measure up. And instead of adjusting their expectations, they'd rather stay single and convince themselves that they're choosing this life, when in reality, their own delusion left them with no other option.
I deleted my Hinge again. I'm starting to put too much pressure on myself, and like dating isn't fun for me. And I keep like spinning out of control, and I'm like, I'm literally gonna die alone. So why am I gonna do that? Also, I don't think my person's on this app. I'm gonna meet him organically, like popping my fucking shit out of solid core class. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I'm not like seeking it. I'm inviting it into my life, but I'm not going out of my way to find and entertain bullshit. We're done. It's a wrap. And honestly, if we die alone, we die alone. I'm done. We're done.
Why am I still single? I'm answering this because it's not the first time it's come up. And I haven't answered it because I just don't know how to. I'm not opposed to being in a relationship. I'm not actively looking to be in one. I think my single is not your single. Or whoever like leaves the comments like, yeah, but you're single, like as an insult. I think it's not an insult because you understandably have a different experience of being single than I do. Like men just treat you differently when they know you're single, and if they're attracted to you, it's just a different ballgame.
When I tell women to move through the world with the audacity of a man, this is what I mean. A week ago, I went on one date with one man. The date was fine. The food was good. The conversation was fine. I recently have had a change in my work schedule that I've been adjusting to, so I don't really have a lot of time to mingle and talk to people all day and do things of that nature. I initially agreed to meet him one day this week on a Wednesday after I got off work at around 6 p.m. I ended up doing overtime that day, and I let him know, hey, I did say explicitly I'll be working overtime, so I'll need to postpone this date. And he said, okay, do you need to reschedule? And I did not answer that text message asking to reschedule soon enough, I guess. So he ended up texting me again. He double texted me and he said, I'm good. Good luck. The agitation in his follow-up message was screaming. I could feel his anger and frustration and entitlement to my time through that text message. Now, I didn't respond to that message because he was clearly upset, and that, quite frankly, was not my problem. I don't know this man. This man doesn't know me. We've been on one date. One date. And you're already upset. But he came to his senses, I suppose, and he did apologize, and he said he understood that I'm busy and that hopefully we can reset. This video is not to bash this man, because I have been in that situation where I really felt like I liked someone and they weren't answering me, or I wasn't able to see them as often as I liked to, and I got frustrated with them. So I understood that. That's why I didn't respond. I didn't say anything negative back to him. But the entitlement is something that we can learn from women. We can learn from that. Don't feel entitled to other people, to their money, their time, none of that, but feel entitled to creating a great life for yourself. Feel entitled to a healthy body and a healthy mind and a healthy bank account, healthy relationships, healthy friendships. Feel entitled to the good things in life, the same way men feel entitled to good women.
This is insane. So she cancels the date. He respectfully asks to reschedule, honestly not sure why he even bothered, but whatever. Then she ignores his text completely. And somehow, he's the one being called entitled for expecting a simple reply. Where's the logic here? This is the game a lot of women play today. They flake, they ghost, they leave you on read, but then twist it around and make you the problem for having the audacity to want basic communication. It's gaslighting at its finest. Let's be real. Women always have their phones in hand. Notifications on, TikTok open, Instagram stories up every hour. If she didn't respond, it's because she chose not to. And yet, she'll still spin the narrative like he was too eager, too persistent, or couldn't take a hint when all he did was try to make plans and be clear. But as a man, you've got to know when to call it quits. You have to recognize disinterest when it's staring you in the face. No response is a response. And the longer you chase a woman who's showing you she's not interested, the more power you give her, and the more you lose respect for yourself.
I'm scared to date. I don't know about y'all, but I'm scared to date, to talk to anybody, to give them a chance. I'm scared.
Guys, I just wanted to come on here, a little story time, yeah? Why is it when you're talking to someone, normal conversation, a guy, why is it you get randomly blocked? Like, bruh. Like, is this what we're doing now? Is this like ghosting, blocking culture, like generation? Like, what is going on? Like, why can two people not meet and everything just be like normal? Do you know what I mean? Because it's literally every single person I've spoken to, it does not go anywhere. Like, I either get blocked, ghosted, or we just don't meet up. Like, I don't want a pen pal, respectfully. I do not want a pen pal. So if you want a pen pal, sign up. But yeah, like, girls, like, what is going on? Like, talk to me, because yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, guys, like, the answer is simple. For all these women getting ghosted, those men simply aren't interested in pursuing anything further. It's really not that complicated. Yes, ghosting is messed up, but at the end of the day, if a man wanted to be with you, he would make it clear. If he disappears without explanation, it means he either wasn't that into you to begin with, or he saw something that made him lose interest. The reality is, most men don't just ghost for no reason. A lot of times, they sense drama, entitlement, or red flags early on and decide it's not worth the hassle. Maybe she gave off high-maintenance, low-effort vibes. Maybe she treated him like an option, so he did the same. Or maybe she was just looking for free attention, and he saw through it. Whatever the case, men aren't out here ghosting amazing women who they see real potential with.
Yeah, am I just the only one? I know I'm not the only one, but am I the only one that's just kind of over dating?
Friends, we need to chat about these dating apps, because why has every man been to math? Like, did you always all get a package and go there and take pictures? Why do you guys all like to go hiking? I don't want to move that much. Let's go for a hike. We're in fake spring. Leave me alone. And then why do you guys like to go camping? What is with the camping? Just touch some grass. Why do you love camping so much? That's why we have electricity inside.
I'm a team player, so I am going to share some common icks of dating in 2025. It's trash, by the way. If you're married, just stay married. I think you're going to be better off if you just stay married. Even if you're unhappy, I just recommend staying married, okay? It's nothing. It's trash. The dating pool is trash. 40 plus, trash. Straight downhill. But let's talk about some common icks, okay? Emotional intelligence, right? You would think whenever you start getting into the 40 plus club that there'd be some emotional intelligence. No, that's not true. That is not true at all. Not true at all. I dated a guy who literally I felt like I was just banging my head against a wall anytime that there was conflict. And I'd try and talk through it with him. And it was just like literally banging my head against the wall. I'm like, this is pointless. This is pointless. How can you be 40 whatever and lack emotional intelligence? If you had anything going for you, I would think it'd be emotional intelligence when you're in your 40s. No, not this guy. Second ick, someone that just agrees with everything that you say. Like, I was talking to one guy, and every single time that I would say something, he would agree with it. I don't want someone agreeing with me all the time. I want someone like pushing my buttons and calling me out and challenging my thought process. Like, if I wanted someone to agree with me all the time, I don't know. Like, my kids don't even agree with me all the time. I need someone to challenge my thought process. So, 2 icks. What are your icks? What are your icks? What are your dating icks?
And this is what I mean. Whenever these women go into the dating pool, they keep picking the same types of guys with the same pattern. You just have to wonder, how can you keep picking the wrong type of men every single time? At some point, it's no longer bad luck. It's a pattern, and the common denominator is them. It's like watching someone touch a hot stove over and over again, then acting shocked when they get burned. But this is quite insane. This woman is almost 40 and still needs her entire thought process to be challenged. Learning and growing together in a relationship is different, but to be challenged, to constantly need someone to push, correct, or reshape your thinking, that's a sign of a deeper issue. At a certain point, a person should have a solid foundation of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and relationship skills. If someone still feels like they need to be challenged just to recognize where they keep going wrong, it's not about growth. It's about a lack of personal accountability.
So men or women, who's harder to date?
Nowadays, women are harder to date, to be very honest.
Why?
Maybe it's social media has created this crazy expectation or this delusion of what a happy partnership looks like, and a lot of it is tied to to gifts and things that cost money. When I had this conversation literally yesterday at lunch with a girlfriend, and I asked her, I was like, and how many of those cost money? And she said, not a lot of them. And I said, that's it. A lot of people, women in particular, are so focused on what did he buy me? What can I post on social media to show how much he loves me?
Social media definitely painted an illusion of what a happy relationship should look like. That's why so many women today are completely deluded. They're not living in reality. They're living through filters, highlight reels, and fake couple goals. They think love means constant gifts, luxury vacations, matching outfits, and over-the-top proposals, all while ignoring the actual work, sacrifice, and patience that real relationships require. They idolize the aesthetics, not the foundation. They want the look of love, but not the labor of love. And when their own relationship doesn't measure up to what they see online, they start thinking something's wrong, even if they've got a good man right in front of them. It's all backwards. Real love isn't flashy. It's consistent. It's not about showing off for strangers online. It's about showing up for each other when no one's watching. But until more women stop chasing illusions and start embracing reality, they'll keep finding themselves single, confused, and wondering why nothing ever works out.